Oh, he said he was going to have a siesta, didn't he? Well, where is he? I don't have no idea where he is there. Craig, are you there?
I'm just having some shut-eye. Never mind 2 eyes on Formula One. But the jet lag, I'm just trying to overcome it, of course. But it has been a talking point, actually. So Jim Ratcliffe's part ownership of Mercedes, the fact that Ineos is significantly less prominent on that car this season than it has been in previous years. There were stories that perhaps Mercedes were going to buy him out of the team. Mercedes denied that was ever in question, and that he continues alongside Mercedes, the automotive company, Toto Wolff, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe in that tripartite ownership of the team. But yeah, I mean, Mercedes is an interesting storyline this year. I think particularly because of George Russell and how he interacts with Max Verstappen in particular on track this year. Remember, they had that bust-up around the Qatar and Abu Dhabi Grand Prix where Verstappen called Russell a backstabber, and Russell alleged that Verstappen had said that he was going to put him on his head in the wall in that particular race. I'm just looking over there because I have left my phone on that deck chair. I will go and get it. George Russell's been commenting on that situation in a recent interview and has said that he is not going to be bullied by Max Verstappen, but interestingly more than that, he observed that others seem to back down to Max and that he doesn't want to be friends with the world champion. He wants to beat him. And I wonder if that was a veiled reference to the kind of cozier or more sympathetic relationship that Lando Norris seems to have with Verstappen. And maybe Russell perhaps suggesting that Norris hasn't shown the required steel and backbone in combat with Verstappen that he is prepared to do going forward. So interesting, that.
Do you want to walk and talk, Craig? We can go and get your phone if you want, mate, and I can keep asking you questions. If you want to wander back over, we can get you back over there. Get in there.
The cameraman brilliantly rescued it for me.
Fabulous.
That's the benefit of having a tripod. So
Fabulous.
I've got it back.
You know what? You don't want to be in Melbourne without your phone, mate, especially when we need to get hold of you every 5 minutes. So well done for getting it back. I mean, other than you sort of falling asleep on deck chairs and losing your phone, what else is happening this week?
Well, it's a big week for 6 young men coming into their first full season in Formula One. These are the 6 rookies, and there's a young Briton in amongst them as well, Oliver Bearman, who is with the Haas team, who did so well deputising last year when Carlos Sainz had his appendix out, claimed a very commendable 7th place. He had a couple of subsequent races for Haas as well, but a tall order, I think, for him to maybe finish top of that group of 6, because you've got Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes, which could be a front-running car this year, and you've also got Liam Lawson in the Red Bull driving alongside Max Verstappen. Those two should have better equipment than is at Bearman's disposal. But it's interesting to see how those 6 get on. Jack Doohan, the young Australian at Alpine as well, speculation that is Franco Colapinto waiting in the wings to potentially usurp him midway through this season even. He could do with getting off to a good start just to give himself a morale boost and take control of his own situation rather than fretting on external pressure, as it were. But a very young grid this year, and it's interesting to see how that affects the overall dynamic. Will it have a bearing on the title fight, particularly if Verstappen monopolises the best results at Red Bull? Could that give him a slight edge over the likes of Lando Norris, over Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari? Those two teams, their drivers might take points off each other. So there's an interesting subplot, all of that.